Okay, everybody needs to pray about that Falcon 9 Heavy that they're planning on launching. Just ask God, just pray, call out to God and pray that the deep state, I rebuke you right now. Because there's hackers out there who want to hack. If they can change just one little line of code, they can send that thing off into the wrong trajectory. You know, just pray that God will rebuke the deep state, rebuke all. What is the deep state? It's a bunch of spies. Okay, it's Obama administration, Black Lives Matter, Muslims still hiding in their positions of government positions, who are ready to sabotage. Who do you think? Listen, who do you think parked that big old dump truck or whatever it was in front of that train that just recently crashed with all the Republicans on it? Part of the deep state, part of Obama's America, part of those filthy, ugly Muslims who basically hope to one day slice the throat of every single person who serves Jesus. I'm just saying. Hallelujah. 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 For you are Lord. Hallelujah. Now remember that. Remember that song when you're standing there in line and the mark of the beast came out and they lined you up in a FEMA camp and you haven't eaten in like 8 days, and when they did feed you it was like dead bones of an old chicken. You know, like somebody already ate it and then they're like, here's what, Oh, by the way, I'll give you a full rotisserie chicken if you just take this mark. And you're standing there in line going, nope, not going to do it. That's when you start saying, for you are Lord. Think about this. In the FEMA camps is going to be a good place to be, because everybody who's standing firm in their faith and is refusing the mark of the beast, all those actual true Christians are going to be gathered together in one place to have their prayer time together, even in the midst of being in a prison, even in the midst of starving. And ooh, the devil just attacked me because of what I was about to say. They're going to manipulate people and lie to you and tell you your son and daughter are right over here and they want to see mommy again. And if you'll just take this mark, we'll put the whole family together and you guys can actually go home together. And in one case, they might actually be telling the truth. They might bring you into a room and you can sit with your kids for a few minutes. And then they take your kids away and say, go ahead and take this mark. And they tell your little kids, and your kids are like, mommy, mommy. And you got to yell, don't take the mark. Just don't take it. We'll be all right, sweetheart. I'll see you in heaven. You know. Meanwhile, the foolish virgins are saying, we're all going to be raptured up before any of that happens. So what do they teach their kids? Oh, don't worry, little Junior. You're never going to have to stand firm in your faith. So little Junior ends up taking the mark of the beast. And then they're going to parade your little Junior has already taken the mark. And you're going to be like a foolish virgin just about to fall away from the faith. And then you see your little Timmy or little Susie that you taught them that they were going to be raptured. And they're going to be like, look, mommy. And you're going to be like, no, you didn't. Well, you never told me not to. You told me I was supposed to be raptured already, so I didn't know. I thought I missed the rapture and I was really hungry. They told me that I could be back with my mommy if I took the mark. And then as their mom, you're going to be like, well, I guess I'll take the mark too, because you're lukewarm, disobedient. You went around telling everybody it's a pre-tribulation rapture and you were wrong. You thought you were going to just click your heels together and say, there's no place like home. Meanwhile, every saint in the Bible, from John the Baptist to Jesus, to Abel, all the way back, Cain and Abel, all the way to the very end, to the last two guys on the face of the planet who served God, the two witnesses, all of them put to death for their faith. And not to mention Antipas and Stephen and Paul, John, Peter, And you're going to stand here and tell me you're just going to be raptured up before anything like that happens. Proof that you are a fool. Hence the name foolish virgins. And you know what? After they take the mark of the beast, they're not virgins anymore, because that's the whore on the beast. That whore is literally, in other words, the lukewarm, disobedient Christians are going to take the mark of the beast, as they say, I thought the rapture was supposed to already happen. And then, while they're taking the mark of the beast, they're going to go out and they're going to have to bow down. And they will bow down. And at that time, they are literally in an act of immorality, spiritual adultery, no longer the bride of Christ, but now a whore. Creflo, Osteen, and everybody else who turns aside to follow the NFL. You get more excited when some Muslim scores a touchdown or shoots a bank shot three-pointer. You jump around and, oh, did you see that three-pointer? Oh, whoa, high-fiving all your buddies. Meanwhile, at church, you're like, checking your watch. During the middle of praise and worship, the Holy Spirit is moving. And you're sitting there trying to think about, okay, after church, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to go get those. I need to get, steaks. I got hamburgers, hamburger buns, hot dogs. I'm going to get don't forget to get, the charcoal, and we'll get a barbecue. And that's all you're thinking about during praise and worship. Meanwhile, people around you are getting touched by the Holy Spirit and you don't care. And then you can't understand why you're going to take the mark of the beast, because when you walk in your room, you would think that you're just a fan of whatever team it may be. I know people like that. I've warned them. The Lord spoke to me and told me these people are going to hell, and they were in their church, pastors, going to hell because they love the NFL more than they love God. I even had a prophecy for a guy who was so excited about basketball. And every year it's a new Final Four. And every year it's a new, Super Bowl. Every year. It never ends. Well, it's going to come to an end. And you better be putting God first now. I'm just saying, otherwise it's too late. Listen, when God takes it away, it's too late to give it to him. I'm just saying.